been
So everyone, welcome back to the channel. The angle's a bit weird because we have a guest today, which is my lovely partner Amanda.
Hello.
And today we're going to be doing, basically, you're reacting to my car, aren't you? The RS.
Yes.
The lovely 400 brake focus RS. You don't really like this car at all, do you, that much, since I've had it?
I mean, I didn't really like it before you got it either.
Yeah, she's never been a fan. However, we're gonna kind of look over three things, I think. So the first one probably being the interior, because you done that for the new Mark 8 ST as well, didn't you? When we did that video. The second thing will be the exterior, and the third thing will just kind of be the overall driving experience when you're kind of giving. Well, I'm giving it a bit of a hoon. Are you looking forward to it?
Sausage dog.
Are you looking forward to it?
Yes and no at the same time.
Yeah. So, what do you think to the interior, first off?
I mean, it's not, like, looking from there, like, it doesn't look all that different to a standard Focus,
Yeah.
I don't think.
It's quite plain,
seats,
isn't it?
Yeah. And that's always like a gripe with Ford cars. I never think that their interior is very good, which is why I always tend to, like, prefer, like, a Mercedes or like an Audi or something, because I just feel as though their interiors are slightly more luxurious.
Yeah, but you own a Fiesta.
I do own a Fiesta.
That will probably change.
Yeah, it will change at some point.
But it's a good first car to own, because you've got the little 1 litre titanium. So
it gets me to and from where I need to go, so that's all that really matters.
Funnily enough, you are also insured on this, aren't you?
I am, but I can't see over the steering wheel, so I can't drive it.
She's too short in the driver's seat to actually see over it.
Because then that would be
Probably a good thing for me, to be honest.
So, like, the seats are obviously different, and they look great, but they're not practical at all. Like, you can't adjust them.
Can't do height or anything. You can just go forward and backwards.
If you're a short guy, good luck to you. You can never have this car because you're not going to see over the steering wheel either.
It's had a thing called a JCR Developments lowering kit on the seats, because originally when Ford brought these out, they were too high standard and people complained they were too high. So this company brought out this lowering kit to lower the seats to make it more of an enjoyable experience for people who want to really feel connected to the car as such.
Well, I don't think it's enjoyable because I can't see over the dashboard.
So you can't drive it?
I can barely be a passenger.
I guess so.
So while the seats look great, they're not practical,
Christ.
and I actually find them quite uncomfortable.
Yeah. Which way should we go?
Like, I have really quite crappy seats in my Fiesta, and they are way more comfortable than these.
Yeah, see, I actually find the bucket seats quite comfortable. Probably more comfy than my old ST seats, my ST200.
No way.
You don't like that? They were bulkier, weren't they?
They were comfier.
And they were heated.
There was cushion to them, whereas this, I feel like I might as well. You might as well just forget the seats altogether and just sit on the floor.
Oh, because it's that uncomfortable.
Yeah.
The ride.
God forbid I'd ever have to do a long journey in it, because I'd be moaning the whole way.
I can't remember. I don't even know what the longest journey I've done in this.
Picking it up.
Yeah, picking it up probably. But
yeah.
You know, what about the rest of the interior?
It's nothing special. Thank you.
A little bit. Oil's still a bit cold, so not too much blasting this.
Yeah, it's just nothing special.
It's better than the ST though, wasn't it?
To be honest, I think they're probably about on par.
I like the bigger. To be honest, for me, I personally like the turbo.
Better.
The gauges up there as well.
Yeah, see, that means nothing to me.
It's boost gauges, but yeah, that's fine. What about the exterior of the car?
So and this is going to sound exactly like what I said with the Fiesta. The front I like of it.
Yeah.
I think it looks quite mean and has like road presence. The back, to me, it just lets it down.
You don't think the back has got aggressive?
No. I think it looks like a mum-mobile who's just like chucked a spoiler on to try and make it look a little bit sporty.
Fair enough. What about the
I think it's quite like
tailpipes?
Because when you look at the front and then you get to the back, it's a little bit of an anticlimax.
Oh dear. That's not a good thing, is it, man? You prefer your Audis as such? Let's go round about.
I think that they look nicer.
Yeah. Well, the Audis. Yeah, I personally think they do too. However, I do like this because it's an aggressive hot hatch, and I think Ford have took a good stance on this in the terms that it is quite aggressive.
The front, yes, but they should have carried it on to the back. The back just looks like they've kind of got to it and they've gone, oh bugger, I forgot to change it and I'm out of money, let's chuck a spoiler on it.
Okay. Yeah, but what about the twin tailpipes? You don't get that on standard Focuses. You don't care about that, do you?
No, not really, it's just an extra pipe.
I see how it is. Well, what about the external stuff in terms of colour? What do you think to the colour of it?
So
we got nitrous blue.
Originally, when you showed me it on your phone,
yeah,
I hated it.
Yeah.
But once I've seen it in person, I quite like it because it's actually glittery. It sparkles in the sun.
Pearlescence.
Yeah, so that I like of it. I do think it's a bit out there sometimes.
But people see it. You have to admit, when we're out in it, it does get a lot of looks, doesn't it?
It does, but then I think that's half to do with the fact that it's so obnoxiously loud.
Which I guess takes us on to the actual driving experience of it. Yeah, so sound. Jesus, I thought he was going to pull out on me. So sound-wise, what's your thoughts? Obviously, you are not a very happy bunny when it comes to it starting up in the morning. It's not your funnest of things.
No, it's not, because James leaves very early in the morning and I'm trying to sleep and it wakes me up. It is honestly, it's not even like a normal noise. That's not what I expected a car to sound like when you'd start it up. Like, it sounds...
It proper roars, doesn't it?
Weird. It genuinely sounds really weird, but I am not a fan. I think it's too loud. Like I said, it's obnoxiously loud.
Especially under the gateway.
Yeah, so the startup I don't like, and especially in our drive-through, because it bounces off the walls and ceiling and echoes.
Yeah.
And it actually vibrates the house as well, which isn't that enjoyable.
It's funny though.
The noise of it when you're like driving it, I'm cool with. I quite like the pops and crackles.
Yeah.
But not when you deliberately
do it.
I find that obnoxious, and it just makes me think that you're a boy racer.
It's one of them cars, isn't it? It's like I always say, boy racers a lot of the time, if you're stereotyping them to 18 to 20-year-olds or up to 23-year-olds maybe, like myself, the insurance is what kills people on these, which is why most people don't own these sort of cars, because as much as a lot of the Fiesta ST owners would probably love to own an RS, and that's the natural progression step, most people generally either can't afford the car, can't afford the running costs, or can't afford the insurance. Like, before we bought a house, the insurance for this for me was about £2,500. We bought a house and it went down to 500 quid with you on it as well, and you've only been driving just over a year.
Less than a year.
Yeah, just over a year.
Yeah, I mean, but I think that's probably one thing I don't like about the car, is it naturally comes with that stereotype.
Yeah.
You look at it and you automatically assume that an idiot's going to be driving it.
Yeah.
And because it's been
isn't it?
It is quick, and it does put me back in my seat, but I've said this to James when he first drove it, that despite the fact it's a bigger car, I actually feel less safe in it than I did in the ST200.
And it just pops and bangs for days, doesn't it?
It does.
You feel less safe in the seat.
Yeah.
I always think because it's an all-wheel drive car, you feel safer. Like,
I feel as though when I'm in this car, as soon as you put your foot down, I'm about to plummet to my death. Whereas
Really?
in the Fiestas, I just don't feel like that. The ST, stupidly to you, will sound really stupid, but oh my god, I hate these roads. In the ST, I just felt like more stable in it.
yeah.
And I don't know if maybe it's something to do with the seats, because I feel like these seats look really flimsy, like they could just break at any second.
Yeah, but they won't, and you know that. But you're not a fan at all, really, are you? Because I like this thing.
It wouldn't
got to be careful with it. This thing will literally kill you if you're not, as I would say, a competent driver. If you're, you know, because you get these people that think they really, really can drive, and they drive like a madman, like most of the time. But realistically, they're not very good drivers. They don't look at risk as such. You know, you can drive these things hard, but for God's sake, just be sensible in the sense that if you're going to do it, make sure it's no one else is kind of around you. If you're going to do it on some B roads, just be careful when you come up to the bloody corners, because there will be people coming around them. So if you are going to do it, just make sure you go into, you know, you're coming slightly slower up to the corners than you might if it was a racetrack. But
yeah, I feel like I need to apologise now for all the faces that I'm going to have pulled throughout this.
Yeah, you're not. You don't deal well with the. You get quite nervy as a passenger, don't you?
Yeah. So what you guys won't ever be able to see is that when James is driving, I put my imaginary brakes on, as if I can actually stop the car.
It's like, stop.
So that I'm there with my feet hitting the pedals, trying to stop it, but it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't, unfortunately. Unfortunate for you, not unfortunate for me. But then again, I don't actually feel like I really drive this car anywhere near its potential.
No, but it's like I said to you, in this car, I just feel like it just makes me feel unsafe in general. So you could be like a professional driver and I'd still have the same feeling. I'd still be putting my imaginary brakes on.
I just love the sound of it like that. For me, I'm not actually bothered about like top speed. I like the quick acceleration. I like the way it handles and the sound. That's kind of what does it for me in this car. Like, I commute to work in it every day. It's a good daily driver. For a family, this would be a good car. For a dad that wants to have some fun, but also has got kids and a wife.
Okay, well, I hope you wouldn't have a newborn or a toddler, because the sound of it will make the child cry.
Either that, or they'll like it and it might put them to sleep. Or they get... It's just that, like, I feel like it's just so quick.
It is so quick.
It's so much faster than what the ST200 was, isn't it?
Yes, definitely.
I remember when I first got that and you were scared of that, but then you just got used to that.
I wasn't scared of it.
You were just like, Jesus, I did not expect a Fiesta to be...
But yeah, you'd gone from like a box standard Fiesta.
Like 1.25 litre to a 1.6 turbo.
And I looked at it and to me it was just another Fiesta.
Yeah, you didn't think anything of it, but you know, I find it with this car, some people just look at it and they go, oh, it's a Focus, I can outdo that. The typical stereotype is, it's a Ford. I get it a lot with Audi drivers, or BMs in like 320Ds, or Audi A4 and A5s, and they're like, oh, it's only a Ford. Oh, I bloody hate potholes. It's only a Ford, like that'll be fine. I can do that, faster than that. And then like, you just pull away from them, they're like, what? This makes some great sounds though, doesn't it?
It does. But like I said, it's just so loud for no reason.
I love it. I do love it, but yeah, you're not best pleased with it, are you?
Like I said, if I got to pick you a car, it wouldn't be this.
Be an RS7.
Like at the time, you were debating between getting this and
BMW M2 Comp, yeah.
And I would have said M2 any day.
I just felt that the RS was better in the sense that it had 5 doors. It was all-wheel drive. Most people who had reviewed them said that it was the best hot hatch on the market. As much as many people said the M2 Comp was a very, very good car, and I think it is, it probably is a lot more reliable than these as well. It's just one of them things that I was just like, I've been a Ford fan, my dad's worked for Ford as a master tech for years. It was a good thing for me in the sense that I could kind of go straight up, stay with Ford and know that my dad can look after the car as well. Whereas you go to Audi and the servicing, the cost, like your dad owns an Audi, how much of his servicing cost on his Q7? Astronomical.
Yeah, I mean,
like nearly £1,000 for a set of tyres.
It amazes me kind of the way that Audi charge. They don't charge more for a higher spec mechanic.
No.
They charge
on the size of the car.
On the size of the vehicle. So you can literally have like an amateur servicing your car and you have an Audi A1 and like, let's just say something ridiculous like £100 for the service.
road though. It's like on rails. Oh, I just love the sound of it. It's so good. But yeah, our Audi, I just think, you know, you are in some essence paying for the brand, but they do have very reliable cars. But then again, so do Ford. Like, I'm pretty sure they said like the Fiesta was like one of the most reliable cars in the UK and one of the most purchased cars in the UK. Lost traction there in seconds. But yeah, we're in race mode at the moment, so the road probably isn't that great. When the ride comfort's not fun, is it?
No, it's not at all.
But the sounds are good. That's what I love the most.
It sounds good.
It does sound good. Right, man, you ready?
Am I ever?
It's like struggling to gain traction in bloody. I was struggling to gain traction in third gear.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think, should we kind of leave it there for this video? I think it has been fun. It's been nice to have a chat about it and
Yeah.
kind of get your thoughts and opinions on
Maybe
camera.
if we can pull enough cushions together so that I can see over the steering wheel, then I can drive it.
Yes, that'll be. Yeah, let us know in the comments below and leave a like if this video gets, let's say, 100 likes.
Yeah.
I will let Amanda drive the RS.
You've all got to like it.
You've all got to
Just
like
because
it.
you want to watch James cry when I put my foot down in it.
Yeah, video gets to 100 likes and I'll let Amanda drive the RS and we'll record it and put it on the channel for you guys to witness. I'm literally letting my baby kind of go. No, that's mine. It's my baby, you can't touch it.
I promise not to curb it.
Oh god, yeah, you've curbed your car several times, haven't you?
They are very high curbs where we live because they've not laid the road, okay?
Women drivers.
Sorry,
I'm joking.
who's the guy who curbed his ST200 on the first day he had it?
I was not used to a reversing camera, so it was the first time I'd ever used.
Shouldn't you?
Yeah, I should have, but I was testing my technology. But now I'm all good. I haven't curbed a car since then. And hopefully never will.
True.
I have never curbed a car since then. I've been awfully careful.
Okay.
And I always make sure I park way far away from the curb. So, who's that?
The guy who did our floor.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Ah, fair enough. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you do enjoy it, make sure you leave a like, comment and subscribe, and we will catch you next time. Peace.
Peace.